Hello and welcome to another tutorial. So today we're going to talk about the envelope on the Grandmother. So let's start with the basics. We're just looking at the normal patch here. So we have attack, decay, sustain, release. Attack is how long it takes a note to get to its full volume. So long attack means it takes a minute. Short attack means it punches in like that. Release is how long, when I let off the key, it takes the note to go to silence. Short release, immediate silence. Sustain is the volume of the note after the decay is observed. So if we have a long decay, it's going to take a minute to go down. Okay, and with the sustain all the way down, you hear that. So that's the basics. Interesting few things you can play with. We've got a trigger in, we've got an envelope plus out and an envelope minus out. We've also got some VCA modes. Let's actually talk about the VCA modes first. Envelope basically observes all of these functions here, all four. So attack, decay, sustain, release. Keyboard release ignores decay and sustain and only focuses on attack and release. So sustain isn't going to affect this note. Oops, unless I have the envelope amount turned up. There we go. So always the same. Drone just means the note's on, so it disables all of this, and then you can use the envelope for something else. Now, what's something else we can use it for? This is where it gets interesting. Let's take envelope out. Let's do the basics. How do you make drums? Envelope out to pitch in of an oscillator. So this is like kick drum. Now, you're going to hear, not exactly practical. So we have sustain all the way down. You know, the way a kick drum works is it's a sharp attack and then a decay down to nothing. So we're going from envelope out to pitch in. Now, you'll notice this is very high. Even when I turn the octave, way down to to 32 feet. So this is where the attenuator comes into play. If we put that in the middle, we can choose how much pitch modulation is happening. If I turn up the decay a little. Okay, let's find a happy medium here. That's fun. So there's your techno kick. We'll go to sine. We can get something like an 808. Which is fun. Find the right balance here. Okay, I hope you're wearing headphones because otherwise that's a very disappointing sound. Okay, so then I got to thinking about what about the envelope minus? And this does some interesting things. What we're going to do is switch the octave up higher so you can kind of hear more what's happening. So basically everything's reversed. Attack is lowering the pitch, release is raising the pitch. So what I found is you can have some fun stuff happen with that. You can make all these rhythmic things happen, especially if you're using the square wave and the pulse wave, because these have the two, clickiest types of sounds. Give it a lot of reverb. There's something to explore there for sure. Okay, other uses. I'm going to leave the attenuator in, but just know that, you can use this without if it suits your needs. Pulse width modulation to the oscillator. Let me turn up both oscillators so you can hear. So I've got the envelope positive amount, and what this is going to do is sort of like create pulse width modulation on the attack and release. Which is very interesting. You can also put this in the linear FM of the second oscillator. And same thing, we can sort of reverse this. Okay, other thoughts. If you want to get some nice double hit types of stuff, first of all, we understand, the envelope plus out to the VCA amount in, that's going to be just the normal connection, but the envelope minus out gives you a totally different thing happening. Let me get the right sounds here. Oops, is it VCA? Or where are my sounds? There we go. This is where we get the doubled hits. So remember, this is minus, right? So in this case, the sustain is down as we push the note down. So the release is kind of raising the volume. So it kind of gives you this vibe of like a side-chained kick. So if you get these knobs sort of set rhythmically to the song you're doing, you have a nice thing to play with here. Okay, so I hope that gives you some ideas, and we'll catch you next time.